This subject is alternative treatments to hip pain. Hi, I'm Dr. Michael House with All Natural Healing Medical Center here in Sarasota, Florida. I have been a holistic doctor, acupuncture physician, and Doctor of Oriental Medicine for over 20 years. I've helped thousands of people with different symptoms and different illnesses and different pain. Today I'm going to talk to you about how there's alternatives to hip pain, and typically most people get surgery when it comes to hip pain, and a lot of times they'll get hip replacement surgery, and we're still pretty much guinea pigs to that stuff. You'll see on TV, they have these lawyer class action lawsuit ads suing the joint replacement people because joint replacements are so new. And what I do is alternative, and it's all natural. It's actually called Prolog Puncture. Prolo means proliferation of cells, the growing of cells, and puncture means we do it in the acupuncture points. Now, the products that we use is B12, which helps heal the issue, and we use a thing called dextrose, which is an irritant, and we use a little bit of lidocaine too, because it's kind of like ripping off a second or third degree blister and pouring alcohol in there. So we give you some lidocaine so you can get home and you can ice and get the swelling down before it starts getting worse. And as long as you do it the right way, which we teach you, you'll be fine the next day. And so what typically happens is you have what they call a labrum, and that's the cushion between the ball and the socket. Now, when you cut yourself, you have fibrous tissue that mends the tear. And typically with that, you'll take a couple weeks to a couple months. Well, that doesn't happen in your joint. So when you have a tear in your joint, it just tears more. Now, what happens is when the tear separates by moving a certain way or doing a certain thing, the bones touch each other, and people say it's catching or grabbing or buckling or giving out. And that's why when a doctor says you have complete bone on bone, there's just no way, because there's no way you could walk. It'd be buckling or giving out the whole time. And so what happens is that doesn't heal. And so what we do is we put shots right in this way, and we flood the joint with the dextrose, the B12, and the lidocaine. And what that does is that irritates that tissue, and it's going to make scar tissue, and it's actually going to make that soft tissue into hard tissue. So it's kind of like having hard tires on your car versus soft tires. Now, you hear a lot of times that scar tissue is bad. Well, you need scar tissue to mend tears. It's just the added scar tissue from operations that's not good. So your hip will actually be better than your other hip, because that labrum will be nice and hard versus soft. Now, the protocol is we do 10 treatments. You can come in once, 2, 3 times a day. You at least have a day in between, and then we do the 10 treatments, and then after the 10 treatments we wait a month, and as long as there's no buckling or grabbing, then we don't have to do any more. Only 10% of the people have to do a little bit more, and then we set you up with a rehab assignment, and we have a machine called the vibration plate therapy, and you stand on it, and when you stand on it, it makes your muscles contract around your hip without having to move your hip, because the last thing you want to do is move your hip as it's still healing. So you stand on this thing, and the first month you stand on it 4 times a week for 20 minutes, and the 5th and 6th month you'll be standing on it twice a day for 20 minutes. And it's an incredible machine. It not only helps with rehab, it helps with lymphatic levels, it helps with bone density. I don't know if you've ever seen the small trampoline, they call it a rebounder. Well, this is actually a rebounder on steroids. And so after the 10 treatments, like I said, your hip will be better than your other hip. If you have any questions at all, please leave them in the comment section, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. You could also call the clinic at 941-953-3700. You could also go to our website to learn more information, and also to look at different testimonials of people that I've helped with their hips, and that's All Natural Healing SRQ.com. And with everyone here at All Natural Healing, the first consultation is completely free. So you can come in and you can talk to me, you can ask questions. We typically need an MRI. An X-ray just doesn't show soft tissue. So anything less than 6 months we can use. Anything older than 6 months, it's a good starting point for us. We actually have a deal with a local company here that does MRIs. The first one's $250. After that, they're $150, and it's actually the best price in the whole country. A lot of times if you use your insurance, they want you to do an X-ray first, then 6 weeks of rehab before they'll let you get an MRI, which will, if you're seriously hurt, it's just going to make you worse. And a lot of people have deductibles, so this is usually the best and the fastest way to get this taken care of. And I look forward to answering any questions, and I look forward to helping anyone with hip conditions. I actually have a story about my mother, who had a hip replacement before I became a doctor, and it was only lasted for 20 years. So about 5 years ago, she had to get it replaced, and everything went well. And then 3 days later, she got out of bed and it completely shattered, and she had to go in and get another operation. And to even make it worse, they made her pay for the third one, and then she had to spend 6 weeks in a rehab hospital. So I always say you need to do all your alternative, all natural ways first, because you can always get surgery and joint replacement. But if you get a joint replacement, there's no way I can help you with that at all. And I would be so upset if you had to go get a joint replacement and you could have come here first and I could have helped you. So once again, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section. And like I said earlier, consultation is completely free, so you can talk to me, ask any questions. And I look forward to meeting you and healing every one of you. Thank you.